live. Yeah, yeah, we going live. Hey, hey, we going live. Yeah, yeah, we going live. Yeah, yeah, we going. Yeah, yeah, we going. Yeah, 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 we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line. Hey.
It's crazy. Anyway.
All right.
Okay.
So, blackball. So, I think
You had mentioned it originally.
Huh?
What you were about to ask?
Oh, no, I was about to say, because this all started from...
Andre Iguodala.
Yeah, Andre Iguodala and the conversation he had on the Breakfast Club.
Right.
And I was trying to think, I told you, I think I told you about that, right?
Yeah, you initially told me about it, and then I went and watched it myself.
Right, okay.
And that's what got me like, you know what?
Right.
Because we were talking about it just from the being hurt. Remember? Right. When we first talked about this, we talked about this from being hurt and not saying anything.
Right.
Or not the team not,
We hadn't gotten into the blackball part
that
you said about Mark Jackson,
Ooh.
which all of us know, but nobody
talking
can
about
cop to.
Right.
Or will cop to.
Right.
But what's your thoughts on that? Like, just this whole being blackballed. I mean, because when it comes to being blackballed, it's never an overt thing. It's covert in that it's covert in that nobody's going to come out and say
you're blackballed. Right.
But we see it in some of the top jobs that come open.
Yeah.
And Mark Jackson doesn't even get considered. Or when we started talking about this the other day, Colin Kaepernick, you see some quarterbacks like Mr. Buttfumble, who just retired the other day.
Oh, did he?
Still, yeah.
Did he?
Thank God.
Praise God.
Yeah. Just
Praise
go
God.
in the booth somewhere. You know.
Yeah, that's perfect for him.
You're a nice looking guy.
Yeah,
you know
go do
that.
Just
go stand in front of the camera.
Yeah, that's absolutely your thing.
Yeah, because we don't need no more Buttfumbles. So.
Oh God.
Someone like him
to have a job over
and Colin Kaepernick doesn't.
Yeah, that's absolutely blackballs.
Yeah.
You even mentioned Ray Rice.
Yes. Well, and so the thing about me mentioning
this is funny because I said, really?
The thing about me mentioning Ray Rice, I forgot what even point I was making with that.
That he been blackballed.
Right. Yeah.
Yes, he's been blackballed. Like he couldn't get a job if he wanted to.
Right.
When he was still able to.
Well, and so the thing about it is like the Ravens kept him on the squad until TMZ put that tape out.
Right.
You know, and they were willing to hold on to him knowing what they knew because, and I believe him, Ray Rice said, I told them everything that went on in that elevator and what happened that night.
Yeah. It was only it's the pressure of the society that makes them be reactive to things in the way that that's why so much stuff now that wasn't back in the day is because we have social media. We have these outlets to see a lot of the things, and so social outrage comes because of it, and it forces things that people knew were going on. They just it wasn't out there for everybody to see. So now that it's out there for everybody to see, now they have an opinion, and you got to be reactionary. Yeah. But as far as I'm just gonna go back to Mark Jackson, because Ray Rice is a different.
Oh yeah, that's a
different scenario.
So you can make a case for that he deserved to be blackballed.
Yeah. So, but Mark Jackson, a lot of this, I feel like, is the same thing with Colin Kaepernick. It's the owners forming an alliance and an allegiance, a secret. That is the covert part of it. They just kind of, there's this non-verbal agreement that goes on between these owners that says, well, if you're not going to look at him or you're not going to talk to him, then I won't, because I don't want to be the one to rock the boat, or I don't want to be the one to, to break. It's almost like you're on strike from somebody. Like, I don't want to break the strike line.
Right.
So, but categorically, I have a problem with this whole blackballing Mark Jackson because you're blackballing him based on some stuff that really shouldn't be an issue. him having an opinion,
right?
Him being very strong in his opinions,
right?
Him having a knowledge of the game to say, you know what I mean? This is my opinion.
Right.
Should not be a reason for this man not to have another job.
Right.
And if it's not that, then the only other explanation it can be is about the fact that he loves Christ.
Yeah.
What else can it be?
Yeah. Well, you know, and during that interview, Andre Iguodala alluded to that there was, because of his stance on homosexuality, being a Christian man, that rubbed ownership the wrong way, because I believe one of the minority owners is homosexual.
Oh, okay.
And so they wasn't going to have that. Mm-hmm. And so that was one of the things he alluded to in that interview.
Okay. So in other words, this is, so...
I mean, that wasn't the only thing. Like, that wasn't...
Yeah, no, I know, because he talked about the whole thing of them having church and all that kind of stuff, too, and all that. But it wasn't a forced thing. You just came if you wanted to. Like, I'm just offering it. Like, golly. Yeah. But, so, essentially, so he may be being... So, if we're going to look at just what you just said, he's possibly being blackballed for homophobia.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, I guess among other
you know
things,
what I'm saying? Like, I feel like some of it's just him being
outspoken.
Yeah,
he is, like,
I feel like that's really what it is. He's not that puppet. He's not gonna let you just the same reason LA didn't take who they should have taken as the coach.
Right. Yeah.
Jason Kidd is not their coach because he ain't gonna just sit there and just whatever.
And we needed to make a PR move by not just hiring him outright.
Yeah.
We're going to force you to put him on the staff.
Yeah.
So that in a couple of years, when we're comfortable dumping your contract and giving you that money to go, we can just slide him. Because he was already on the staff. We can just slide him right into the head coaching position.
But it's so there's a lot of the politics of sports that this is one of those situations. Colin Kaepernick, obviously the same. I mean, so let's just take Mark Jackson out of it. If homophobia, we're going to say if that's it. Right. That's y'all reason, fine. Yeah. Nobody wants to be associated with that. Although it's interesting. Anyway, I ain't going to. It's a whole bunch of other stuff y'all okay with. Right. Because, anyway, I'm going to just be quiet on that. But let's just talk about Colin Kaepernick. Yeah. Being blackballed in. Again.
I don't want the police shooting people.
Bad you. How dare you want not to... What? Huh?
So I'm going to kneel, which servicemen in the armed forces told me would be the most respectful thing.
Because I did reach out to find out. I didn't just do it.
Right. Because I was sitting there first.
Yeah, just minding my business.
I sat down and, you know what I'm saying, was showing my protest that way. You guys didn't pay attention until I took the knee.
Yeah. Yeah, but again, this is not him. He hasn't done anything to me, in my opinion, that is so egregious that it will require you to just say, you know what, no, but this allegiance that none of us are going to take him because we don't want... What? I don't... You get what I'm saying?
Like, somebody like Jerry Jones, I could see Jerry Jones not taking him because, he doesn't agree with the stance. But I could see somebody like, what's my guy from the Jaguars? Shaw. I could see him not taking him because I don't want to upset my fan base, and at the end of the day, I'm a businessman. So... Okay, but so... Not that it's okay. Not that it's okay, but I'm saying... People are colluding for different reasons.
But there's a whole fan base that is upset because you aren't doing it.
Right.
So what is it? So who's the more about? You know what I mean?
But the thing is, have we spoken with our coins?
Yeah, no, because we still going to the game.
Are we still going to the games?
Yeah. I mean, because I guess if there's nothing else that people should look at, or these owners should look at Nike and how they've stood behind him. Yeah. Has Nike lost anything?
Nah, actually Nike stock
jumped
up. There's
There's an Emmy on the table for the commercial.
Yeah.
So somebody, you know what I'm saying?
Somebody knows something. Well, in fairness, I don't think Nike has ever really marketed to the opposite demographic, really.
So the people who would be upset about it.
Right. Nike's pretty much always marketed to black folks.
But everybody wear Nikes.
I mean,
everybody wear Nikes.
But who wears the expensive Nikes? I ain't talking about the dad jumps. I ain't talking about the pop Nikes that you be seeing the old men wearing in the yard cutting the grass.
I'm just saying.
I mean, black people have kept Nike well above water, actually, for a long time, especially with Jordan brand.
Well, that's a whole another beast in itself. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know, but either way, I just have a categorical problem with them making across the board decisions about somebody like that and essentially affecting that person's career or opportunity for career. Because even with Mark Jackson, so why isn't it that is it ABC, ESPN, ABC, they all the same. Mm-hmm. They're not like, we can't have him on. You know what I'm saying? We can't have, I mean, he home. You get what I'm saying? Oh, he on there.
For years.
Him and Jeff Van Gundy are doing their thing together.
Man down.
Yeah. Mama, there goes that man. So, they doing their thing. So, I don't buy it.
Yeah,
I don't buy it. You just don't want somebody who's got their own mind. Not that the other coaches don't, but they tend not to be. They're passive aggressive or they're passive. Right. He is just aggressive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And on some level, ownership and administration, like the GM and all those folks, need somebody that they can have some sort of control over.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not allowing that.
Right.
That ain't who he is.
Because with these new departments, like analytics is their thing. So if I know basketball is Mark Jackson and you little young whippersnappers come to me talking about the analytics say we should bring this guy in.
Right.
Because it's all based on numbers.
Right.
But Mark Jackson knows that, okay, this might be a chemistry issue.
Right.
They gonna bump heads on issues like that. So
it's like I'm a gut feeler.
Right.
I don't go on them numbers is great, but
them numbers.
No.
Yeah.
You can tell me who it is and I'll tell you which one of these I might feel might be good.
Right.
But you don't get, because this one's the best doesn't mean that he comes to my team.
Exactly.
I mean, and even in that, listen, okay, it's the last point. Even in that, this man put together that Warriors team that's been winning.
Drafted Draymond, drafted Clay. I don't think he was there for Steph. Yeah.
But either way, this is
that's his team.
It's pretty much the team he put together. It's the team he put together. So why not trust him? Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Even if even another team at this point, because they did what they did and it is what it is. Mm-hmm. But if you see what he was able to put together, you know he know what he's talking about. Right. So what is it?
We're going to have to come back to this conversation too.
Okay.
Because after looking at it, and we'll save this for a later date. Actually, we probably wait until maybe like the beginning of the basketball season to bring this topic up. But how good of a coach is
Don't you do that. Don't you do that. Don't you
No, we got to ask the question.
Don't you do that.
We got to ask the question.
Don't you do that.
And I won't get into it now.
Luke Walton came in and we're not about to do this now. We're not gonna do this. Look, we're not doing this. No, we're not.
But we gotta examine that. Okay. We gotta examine it.
Okay. Look, you see me like, okay.
Look, you said Luke Walton, Mike Brown.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so
now put the cameras on me, 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 put the cameras on me.